So you know those boxes for camera equipment that have the pluck foam, right? Where you pick out the little foam cubes. Those foam cubes are awesome. And I had a little case a couple of years ago that I bought for my telescope optics, my telescope eyepieces. And of course I plucked out a whole bunch of that foam. And my little girl at the time, who was 4, loved that stuff. She said, "Daddy, I want to keep all this." So she kept it in an old biscuit tin. I've got a whole ton of it, but this stuff is fantastic for keeping your trem springs quiet, right? Now, as a lot of you will have known already, okay, these guys can ring and make all kinds of noises, different pitches and frequencies depending on what kind of springs you have or where you set your trem claw and all that stuff. And it can get in the way sometimes, especially with lots of high gain distortion sounds. And when you're palm muting, you want to get a nice chug. Sometimes you get this little harmonic ring coming out, and it's often the springs that's causing that. So we need to keep this quiet. And there are lots of different ways to do it. Some people put pipe cleaners or toilet paper inside the springs. Some people stuff the cavity with paper towels or whatnot. I like to use the foam, the pluck foam from the camera cases. And what I do is I just fold it up and I stick it in between the springs like that, okay? That's all I need to do. And the reason I like to do this is because they stay in place really well now, okay? And when I actuate the tram, they move back and forth with the springs, okay? Which means that there's no additional friction on the entire system, and it helps to keep your guitar in tune. I'm always worried that if we pack this cavity full of something to keep the springs quiet, it's going to mess up the ability of the trem to return to pitch accurately. And I know that it's not a problem when I do this. So give that a try. Little pieces of foam, cut them into long strips if you have to, fold them over, and now they're dead. And it's wonderful. All right. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the lack of videos over the last 6 months or so. The long COVID is still absolutely destroying me. It's 2.25 years now. So at this stage, it seems that the likelihood is that I'm probably not going to recover. Not enough to be able to go back to anything resembling full or maybe even part-time work. I still can't teach guitar. I look after a couple of instruments a week. If a friend of mine calls me up and says, "Can you do something for me?" Something where there's no time pressure for me to get it done. And that's all I can do. So it's a huge disaster. For me personally, it makes life really, really difficult for the whole family. Of course, there's loss of income as well as the medical expenses. It doesn't matter that I'm in France in some respects. Yeah, I will never go into medical debt here or anywhere in Europe, but it's not to say it doesn't cost us money either. So anyway, there we go. Look after yourselves. Be kind to each other. And keep on playing your guitar. Talk to you soon, okay? Bye-bye.